Hey y'all. Y'all gonna have to hype me for this one. Y'all gonna have to hype me for this one. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? Hey royalties. Y'all gonna have to hype me for this one. So, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, right? Hey royalties. Let me tell y'all this story. Oh my god. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this story is because crazy things happen to me in my life, but I ain't never had this happen to me. And you know me, I'm such a deep thinker about just life, period. So in my mind, it happened, but in my mind, I'm like trying to figure it out and I'm asking myself questions. I don't know. Let me just hop into the story, right? So one day, not even one day, this was yesterday. Yesterday, I opened up my windows because, get some fresh air, right? Hey, y'all. So I'm getting some fresh air. I'm opening up the windows. So basically, how the way I have my apartment set up, I made the living room into my room, right? And then the master bedroom, I turned that into just like a open space, like a playroom or whatever. So I'm in the master bedroom and open the windows, put some fresh air. So I had to leave. I left the house. I don't remember if I left the window open while I was going or if I closed it. I think I closed it. Needless to say, when I got home, I went back into the master bedroom and I sat on the rocking chair because I was about to breastfeed Ivy. So I sit in the chair and I'm rocking Ivy and I see this huge fly. It's one fly, but it's enormous. Like literally like a big old fly. So I see the fly land on the windowsill and I'm like, it's not gonna do nothing, like it's gonna go away eventually. So then I see the fly again, fly somewhere else, whatever. I wasn't worried about it, I just paid it no mind. So I go to another room and Eliana is in the master bedroom and she yells out, she says, "Mommy, there's a fly." And she's like really trying to get my attention. Y'all know how Ellie is, she be on 1,000. So I'm like, "Oh, Ellie, don't worry about it, it's gonna go away." She like, "All right, mommy." So we continue our day. So later in the night, I forget about the fly completely. So later in the night, I sit down in a rocker chair. No, I was sitting on the couch because I put the girls to sleep and I, proceeded to spend time with myself and the Lord. So I'm sitting on the couch and I see this fly just start flying. It's trying to come back to me, whatever. So I'm like, oh no, like I start shooing it away. But when I start shooting it away, the fly is not like, it's trying to find its way out. But I guess the fly thought that like I was trying to be aggressive or something. I don't know. But the fly just started fighting me back. Like, I'm not even kidding to y'all. Like, the fly literally started fighting me back. Like, so I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I said, wait. I said, wait. I said, wait. I kept saying, wait. So I opened the window. It was one fly, y'all. So I opened the window and the fly disappeared. So I'm looking around the house for the fly, girl. I'm going to Ellie's bedroom. I'm going to the kitchen, the bathroom, my room. I'm going everywhere. I'm looking around the house. I don't see no fly. So I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe it must have left. So I close the window. I sit back down on the couch to proceed writing. Here come the fly again. I'm like, and it's flying around the room like hysterically flying around. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So I open the window again. And this time, I'm trying to like fling it out I got a little blanket and I'm like trying to guide it out the window. But it didn't want to, I guess it didn't think that that was the way out. So it started just like buzzing, not buzzing, but it was just like, you could hear it getting aggressive. Like, it was crazy. So I run out the room. I leave the light on. I leave the fly. I don't care. I runs out the room. And I come into my room, which the living room is my room. So I come in my room. And I'm like, you know what, Lord? I'm not even going to fight with this fly, whatever. So I come lay in my bed. I'm laying in my bed for like a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours, after I done fought the fly. So I get up to go take a shower. So then I go to the bathroom and I'm taking a shower. I took my shower. I step out the shower and this mother loving fly comes and is buzzing, trying to get in the bathroom. And I literally immediately in that moment started talking to the fly. Like, I was like, wait, hold up. And so it was like pump faking, like it would fly in there and try to like look for a way out or something, but then it'll fly away when I tell it to back up. Like, it was doing some weird stuff. So then I was like, I'm gonna open the window for you. I screamed that. I said, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you get a way out. So, girl, I open the window in the bathroom and I'm butt naked. I got my towel in one hand, I got my nightgown in the other hand, and I'm flinging the towel and the nightgown all around the bathroom, trying to get the fly out the window. And the fly is getting upset. This fly was so mad with me. Y'all, it's so crazy that it's a fly, but the fly gets so upset with me, girl. The fly start getting aggressive. The flies start getting very aggressive. So I had to defend myself at this point. I had to defend myself at this point. So I start flinging at it hard. Mind you, I'm butt naked. My boobs is flying everywhere. It's crazy, right? I don't got the rug on the floor to step on, so my feet is still a little wet. Girl, I'm in the bathroom, flinging, wailing, like just whirlpooling. And I remember screaming. I was like, ah, like I just screamed. And when I had flung my nightgown, like I flung my nightgown in such a way right before I ran out the bathroom that my nightgown actually wound up turning the light off in the bathroom. Girl, I ran in my room so fast. I got in the bed under the covers. I ain't even put no clothes on. I'm gonna be honest. So, girl, so the fly is over there and I'm over here. So I call my mama. I called my mama on the phone, y'all. Picture why. I'm on the phone with my mom. Well, first I called her. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I called her. She didn't answer the phone. So she called me back. So I answered the phone. I said, yeah, ma, what you doing? She ain't nothing. What you doing? I'm like, you sleep? She like, yeah, but what's up? So I'm like, ma, I'm going to tell you this right quick, but you can go back to sleep. So I run her the whole story. Picture why we joked out on the phone together, like, joked out. Because I literally just got done fighting the fly, so, I was, like, frantic and stuff like that. Mind you, the way that I responded to this fly in the last part of this story is how my mom responds to frogs. My mom don't like frogs at all. So girl, picture why. After some time passed, the night go by, I wake up in the morning and I told my mom, I said, look, I'm not going in there fighting with that fly. She said, you're gonna have to kill it. I said, I'm not killing that fly. I said, I don't know if I could fight him back, man. That fly way too aggressive. I said, I said, out of all of the flies that I done killed in my life, I ain't never met a fly like this one. So my mama was like, all right, well, you know, Jen, do what you gotta do when you wake up in the morning. Oh my gosh. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just try to get it out my house in the morning. And I was gonna record it for y'all, me trying to get the fly out the house. But when I woke up and I went to the bathroom, the fly wasn't there. And I knew that the Lord had guided the fly away from the house because the Lord knew that I wasn't going to be able to fight this fly because I was not about to put... I literally started contemplating, y'all. Like, in my head, I don't know how I did this or even why I proceeded to do this. But in my mind, I started coming up with scenarios on how to not fight the fly and it just, like, try to... and just let it go away or do something. I literally was about to give the fly the whole bathroom, y'all. Plot twist, fly shows up on his live. I'm gonna be weak laughing. I'm gonna be trying to get it out the house too. But listen, so oh my god, I forgot where I was, but y'all understand the point. This fly, I ain't never met one like it, but it was gone. The fly was gone when I went to the bathroom. So I was like, all right, Kate, bet. I closed the window and I just proceeded with my day. So my mama called me on the phone just a couple seconds ago, right before I got on this live. My mama called me on the phone and she like, oh my God, you jinxed me. And I was like, what happened? And she was like, well, such and such and such happened and they got flies everywhere. But, you know, we doing whatever XYZ. And I was like, okay. She was like, remember that blue tarp? I was like, yeah. She was like, well, I pulled that tarp out the way so that we could do XYZ, something she said. And she was like, oh, why? She said, why I told jumped out. And mind you, I told you, the way that I responded to that fly was how my mom responds to frogs. Like, if she see a frog, I'm sorry, Ma, if you feel like I'm putting your business out there, but that be hilarious. My mama literally would drop whatever is in her hand. Like, if she got a drink in her hand and she see a frog, that drink gonna be everywhere. Like, if she ain't got no shoes on, she is out of it. Like, she is not about to stay around for no frog. So, she said when she moved the tarp out of the way, a big old toad came out. She said, I was gone. I said, I know you was. I know you was. Because the way you feel about them frogs, honey, is the way, like, I wouldn't been able to deal with that frog. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to deal with that fly, okay? Like, I'm not about to be putting up a whole Mayweather matching boxing match to fly the fly out of a window. Like, if I'm sure if y'all would have seen that, y'all would have legit thought I was crazy. Like, if I had cameras in my house and I was like swinging at this fly the way that I was, and y'all wasn't able to see the fly, nigga would have really thought, like, you would have been able to really think that I was like disturbed in some kind of way. But no, I'm not lying to y'all. It was a real fly and it was getting on my nerves. But it's gone now. So we over it. I don't even want to open my windows anymore because I don't know if something's going to fly in the window. And the last thing that I need is some kind of insect that bite to come flying into my house that want to be aggressive and want to claim its territory inside of the place where I pay rent to try to come and make a home, and I got 2 kids. No, I can't babysit Nothing else. I'm not babysitting nobody situation. You understand? I'm not about to be fighting with you, Fly. I'm not about to be doing that. And that's OD. I want to hear the Fly side of the story. I want to know. I want to know what's the Fly side of the story. But drop the animal, insect, or whatever it is in the comments below that you just cannot. You just cannot, like, y'all don't mesh well. Like, you can't. Can you hear me now? You was bothering him in his story, girl. What is something that y'all just can't absolutely tolerate? Like, so let me tell you roaches, right? Roaches. This might seem a little cringe, but it is what it is. Roaches, when I was younger, like, because I live in New Orleans or grew up in New Orleans, we always had water bugs, like big water bugs, and those big old cockroaches, like those tree cockroaches. So my grandma at the time, she had this, like, we used to always see those big tree cockroaches because we lived right underneath the tree. So they used to come inside, and my grandma, she would used to kill them. She'd be like, "Val, kid, see, go get my shoe," whatever, or something. So she killing them, but in her mind, why we gonna get the shoe? This my grandma with the yellow dress y'all seen on Instagram. My grandma, why we gonna get the shoe? We obviously take it too long. So my grandma used to step on them with her feet, like smash it with her toes. Like, I'm not even lying to you. And so my brothers and my sisters used to be in complete disgust. Like, how could you just kill this whole cockroach with your toe? Like, you just really strangled this cockroach with your middle toe and gave no cares about what you just did. So my brothers and sisters used to be so disgusting. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So what I used to do when I was a kid, I used to pick up these cockroaches that my grandma used to kill with her toes. And I used to run behind my brothers and sisters with these cockroaches. Still to this day, if you ask them, if you go ask my brothers or my sisters if I used to pick up cockroaches when I was younger to do something crazy with it, they would tell you yes, the girl was always picking up cockroaches. Like, I mean, it was just funny, like the reaction that they had. Cause in my head, it's just a bug. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at it like no cockroach. I'm looking at it like, okay, it's a bug. Like, we gotta get it out the house some kind of way. Girl, no, they wasn't having it. Spiders, yeah, spiders is some ants. Girl, let me tell you about ants. One day, I'm outside. This was before Katrina. I'm outside standing on the sidewalk, and I go walking down the sidewalk because I'm about to go to my friend's house next door. And my little brother is outside, and I see him standing in this one spot, and he's looking down, but he's crying. Why he's looking down? And so I'm like, wait, why are you crying? And you just standing there in one spot. So I get to walking towards him, and when I look at him and I look down, he's standing in a bed of ants. Just standing there in a bed of ants, crying. They biting him all over his leg. I'm like, bro, like, like, where, like, is your nervous system working? Like, get out the ant pile. So I hurry up and pull him out the ant pile, and I'm dusting the ants all off his leg. I had to hurry up and bring him inside and tell my mama or my grandma. I think it was either my mama or my grandma. And I think it was my grandma. It was my grandma. I told her, I was like, look, Grand, Isaiah standing She hurried up, took them inside, and she brushed them all off and put them in the alcohol bath. And I was just like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I bet you'll never do that again. Like, just standing there crying, girl, just standing there crying. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what's good? Like, do you not feel those fire ants biting you in between your toes? Like, oh my goodness. Spiders, I just got bit by a spider the other day. I never got bit by a spider before, but when I saw it, you know, it was like real itchy and red and swollen, but I had to take some antibiotics for that. That was about a month ago, like last month, some time ago. Oh, thank you, Cash Barbie. I appreciate that. Cash Barbie says, I absolutely love your growth. So proud of you. Keep striving. Yeah, I don't have time to look back because if I look back, oh Lord, child. How am I feeling now? I'm feeling like a work in progress. I'm starting to feel more like a woman, you know? I have this really something that I noticed about me in my entire journey. I have this like really childlike spirit to me. Like if you ever really like observed me, there's always like this child that's there. So a lot of people call me baby girl. You know, a lot of people know that I was really young when the, you know, crazy stuff happened or whatever. So that portion of me, like that child portion of me, I could like see her developing, you know? I could see her blossoming into a woman. And it's honestly a beautiful thing. And I'm starting to tap into more of my charisma, you know, my own personal power, like, you know, my niche, like who I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm starting to connect to her, you know? And so I'm feeling really confident. And like today, honestly, this is pretty much why I got on here too, because I wasn't really feeling like myself earlier. But I don't know. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling myself earlier. Like I was not that I was like insecure about anything. I just didn't feel like myself. Like I know that I'm going through a ton of spiritual warfare. I know that. That's not nothing new. But it wasn't that that's bothering me because I can decipher, you know, my spiritual warfare from something else that's going on. But I was a little down about something, and you know, me and my visitor, we chatted and we discussed, you know, certain emotions that I had that came up, but it wasn't like deep down to the gritty. So I wound up getting me a counselor, which I do take counselor sessions. But the thing is, like, sometimes I even be afraid to share with my counselor how I really feel because the way that I feel, I take it very seriously because I know the truth of a lot of things, right? The Lord has revealed to me the truth about a lot of things. So when I don't have a direct, not even direct, but just like a person that I can confide in, like literally be my confidant, like on all levels, I don't have that. And at times, you know, I never feel lonely because I always have my girls, but I just get into this space sometimes where it's like, wow, I really was with this man, had a baby, I was with another man, had a baby. And you know, that situation had like kind of weighed me down a little bit, like it didn't weigh me down, it just dampered. You know, it dampered my spirit a little bit. I was still able to be happy, you know, and go about my normal day and do my daily tasks and stuff like that. But that has made me feel like I don't really want to eat, if that makes sense. Like that situation, like it just make me feel like, you know. So I decided to get on here, you know, and express myself and tell y'all the funny story that I had because things still happen to me in my life, you know. But I had to just find a way to express myself. For me personally, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but when I document my content and stuff like that, you'll see me like I go on these spurts where I'm like creating. Then I'll take a break, I'll slow down, you know? But those because like she said, wait, who was that said that? Vane Smith said you just rebuilding your foundation. And that's exactly, yes. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all know this, alright? You feel the same way speaking from the public couch? Okay, so I wanted to address this. Hold up. Someone asked, I saw it, someone asked it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, favor with Queen_Grace. She asks, will you ever talk to other ladies who left before you? Will you ever talk to the other ladies who left before you? A part of me, let me tell you, I keep it real, okay? Always kept it real. Except for when I was in those moments with Nature Boy and I was manipulated and, you know, verbally harassed and abused and emotionally harassed and abused and spiritually harassed and abused to go against the essence of who I authentically am with the defendant, okay? Outside of that, y'all, a part of me do, but then a part of me doesn't. A part of me does because the women before me, I never got a chance to have a relationship with them. Hold on, let me go grab IBO. Hold on. My baby needs me, y'all. But listen, I think we're gonna have to do a part 2 because I'm about to go. But I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later. On that note, until next time.